What's up, everybody? It is Friday, made it to the last day of CES 2024, and I am offsite. I'm out here at a Segway test track. It's a little ways away from the main event, but they're offering test rides of a whole bunch of stuff here. They got a bunch of their different scooters here. Look at that. They got the full-size bikes here. So I'm going to be giving these a try out here on the test track. I've actually never ridden anything from Segway before. Pretty excited to try them out, so let's jump into it.
You have to use the kick to push you up.
Okay, yep, get going a little bit first. Yep.
Yeah. So,
alrighty. E2 Pro. And so you said this is kind of your more like entry-level commuter, good beginner.
Yes.
Does it matter which way around the track I go?
If you want to ride faster, you can go outside of the track.
Okay.
Or you can go inside to try to see.
Okay, yeah, I'll go outside first maybe. Let's give it a go. So yeah, we gotta give a little push here to start. So this is their kind of basic entry-level commuter here. Feels pretty light and nimble. I like that you have to kick it to start. Good safety feature so that if you hit the throttle when it's stopped, it doesn't take off on you. And these ones 19 miles per hour. So they're really, kind of going for the safety aspect on these things. Not speed demons, but they do have, pretty good acceleration here. Let's try that out. From pretty slow here, then just hit the full throttle. And it takes off pretty good. Let's see what other stuff we got on here. Got a little, I think this changes our modes, or no, it's our turn signal. Okay, nice. Yep, so turn signal out there on the grip too. That's really nice. You can actually see it pretty well. Probably not anything in the back, but that's okay. Let's see, we can probably short press, get our light. Good positioning on the light here too, up high where people can actually see it. We've got a rear light on the back here with the flashing brake light activation. So they're hitting all the, important stuff on the safety here. And it looks like the, just really clean integration. I mean, my goodness, I hardly see any wires or cabling here. I can see the brake line there for just a little bit, but that is it. Really clean integration. There's the charge port positioned up high, which again is a good spot. A lot of people put it down here and then it can get damaged if you run something over. So really good job here. Not surprised. Segway's got a lot of expertise in this space. Here, I wanted to try the folding on it here. How much do these weigh?
This, I believe, is only 23 or 25 pounds.
And then you've got the hook right here, looks like. Wow. Yeah, that's super lightweight, man. That's awesome. Moving on up. What's up next?
This is more like intermediate for daily drive people.
Okay. Yeah, check this out. So that's pretty fun suspension there. And then it looks like you got the monoshock suspension up on the front. Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah. So this one's a little more serious riders here. Let's give it a go. Got to get the kick to start as well. You can feel a lot more comfortable ride on this one right away from the suspension. It's kind of a middle of the ground suspension since it's a monoshock on the front. Those don't have a lot of travel, but I can tell you this, the torque on this one is much stronger. I mean, this really this really takes off. And it gets going quite a bit faster too. Let's see what we can do for top speed here. We're kind of limited on length of our track. There's 20. I mean, yeah, I got up to 27. Maybe we're in kilometers per hour. Let's make sure. Yep, we are. I think we can change that. We're changing the different modes here. Sport. Okay, so yeah, there's Eco, Drive, and Sport. It is in kilometers per hour. Not sure how to change that, so I'll have to, we'll see how many kilometers per hour we can get up to. Looks like about 32 kilometers per hour, which works out to 20 miles per hour. So, maybe just a hair faster than the other one. They probably still have it capped, for safety reasons, which is a good idea. A lot of people like to get scooters that you can go really fast on, but when you're on the small platform here with the 10-inch wheels, faster than 20 can just really start to get sketchy, So I'm a fan of that safety stuff, honestly. And for getting around, 20 is honestly pretty quick. That'll get you places in a hurry. And it looks like it's got the kind of the same loadout of the other signaling stuff that they've gone on here. Lights up nice and high. We've got the same turn signals that are at the end of the hand grips. I really like that style for the turn signals. I can actually see it. And most scooters don't even have those on there. And we got the horn. Beeper style horn, good for pedestrians and stuff.
So this is a new ST one? you can easily to go up to 33 miles per hour.
33? All right.
And it has 3 different modes: eco, sports, and race.
Okay.
So, and here you can, and this is already in the parking mode.
Mm-hmm.
So release to parking mode, you have to stress out the brakes. You can see the 2-0 come up.
Gotcha. All right.
That means you're ready to go. It's
Ready to go.
Keep this parking.
So yeah, we are going to start it out in eco. We got to click this to get out of park mode. Kick it to start. And unlike the other ones, this one has a half grip twist throttle on here, which, you know, I like being a motorcycle rider, although it does kind of feel weird on a scooter, just because scooters, you know, you want, you kind of have to keep a good grip on the hand grips here. And so the twist throttle feels a little, a little bit funky, but oh, this thing has got, even in eco, this has got some serious torque. I got to kind of lean forward so I don't go flying off the back. And very strong brakes too. This thing's definitely got some very quick stopping power. Okay, let's try, go ahead and bump this on up one more mode into sport. Okay, so we gotta tap it to get out of park, kick and go. Sport mode, wow, yeah, we got quite a bit more torque. This thing really takes off. I think he said we can get up to 28 in this mode. I don't think we have quite a big enough course in here to do that, but it feels fantastic. Just the stability on this thing, it's rock solid. The suspension feels good. I want to just take a look at this thing here. This is a really cool just suspension design up here, and it's got you know, what's that, like probably a good 40 millimeters of travel. Pretty good. And what I really am loving on this thing is that the steering column it has a lot of stick to it. It's very rigid. It's dampened, so it's hard to it's hard to turn the steering column when it's just standing here. It's very stiff, and that translates to great stability at speed. So you can actually, you know, get going fast and not feel like you're going to die. Here, let's bump it up here to race. We will get it out of park. The display's red now. It's like we're serious. And oh yeah, he said it was a 650 watt motor, but this feels a lot more peppy than that. Let's see how fast we can get going here. Yeah, the acceleration is significantly more spicy here. we got up over 20. And it feels fairly nimble too for just like the size of it. All right, one more try on the straightaway. Oh, that acceleration is just phenomenal on there. And I think this is only a single motor. Might be, yep, just a single motor on there. They got the dual brakes on here, disc brakes on the front and the rear. They're, you know, smaller rotors, probably 140s, but that's really all you need for a scooter. Feels like it's got some electronic braking in there too. You know what, we can, let's try out the, you know, just the lights and stuff. What do we have here?
But they're big, so I'm not about to carry it.
Lights on, yep. Got the integrated headlight on there. We got the turn signals are a little bit different configuration, but they're still, you know, out there to the side. Beep so you don't forget about them. It's got a real horn in it too. That's awesome. It feels like more than 650 watts, man. So that thing.
Actually, it's 1,000 watts.
1,000 watt. Yeah, that feels. That sounds about right.
Yeah, in racing mode, that's 1,000 watts.
Yeah, that thing really takes off. GT2. All right. And this one, I assume, like prototype also?
No, this is, we're already in production.
You're already in production on this one, all right. This one's, we got bigger, what, this looks like 12-inch wheels back here?
And you can adjust the springer right here.
Oh, all right.
Fast.
Very nice.
Also, there's the one in top here. You can
come around here.
Slow and a little.
Nice. Yeah, and that's, I mean, look at that suspension in there. That's got some serious travel to it. And this is the one you're saying goes all the way up to 43.
Yes. With,
maybe not for me today, but...
Again, this is a park mode. Again, you can just press the brake and then start using the eco. or sports or race. Even until this is racing mode, you can put the off for the booster. Sorry, hold on.
There's a booster. All right.
One-wheel drive or two-wheel drive.
All right. We got the dual motors, guys. Yeah. And this display, this is really cool. So look at this. This is like a transparent display. Super easy to see, good coloring.
And see, if we're waiting here, we prevent from people who accidentally touch the throttle and take off, so it will automatically render the park mode.
Okay, it's the same as the other. You just tap the brake. Okay.
Tap the brake and.
All right, so we will definitely start off in eco here. And look at this. This deck is huge. That's awesome. Yeah, even in eco, I'm barely even hitting the throttle. It's really, I gotta lean forward here just so I don't go falling off the back. And the cockpit on this too, like this is a really sweet setup. This feels like a racing scooter. And actually, you know, I probably don't have to worry too much about doing a wheelie on the back. Just from the, it's like if you look at the design here, it's a very long scooter. Even though it's got a pretty long deck, the rear wheel is so far out back there that it would probably be pretty tough to do a wheelie. You'd have to really be leaning it back. So definitely a good safety touch. All right. I don't want to wait to try all the modes. We're going to go up to race, and we're going to hold this down. Two-wheel drive. SDTC off. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe there's like a traction control. All right. Let's see what we can do. Oh, man. That is some wild acceleration. All right, I'll try to get down here so you can see the speed on this thing. I'm just gonna hammer it on full throttle. Went 0 to 30 in, I don't know, less than 2 seconds. Had to be. It does feel a bit more built for speed than for this like really tight cornering, but it still feels really good. I mean, I'm really like leaning into this, getting some carving, and the acceleration feels very smooth. It's very powerful, but it's got a nice smooth roll on, so they've definitely got to be using some sine wave controllers in here, which just, it helps it to be a smooth curve as the acceleration goes up instead of being like really jakey. Oh my gosh, dude. This is like terrifying amounts of acceleration. Easily the most I've ever felt on a scooter. All right, let's see what we can do brake-wise. Yeah, fantastic stopping power. So these bigger rotors on here, they got the 160 millimeters. It's just, I mean, look at this thing. It is just absolutely a tank. And this one, you know, does fold down as well, but it's going to fold from the kind of halfway up on the stem there. So it's nice for storage. You know, not portable at all. I mean, this thing's got to weigh a ton. Let's try and see. Oh, geez, yeah, that's got to be like 80, 90 pounds. 1,512 watt hour battery. That is just, that's a huge amount of capacity. You know, granted, if you run it in dual motor mode, you could probably blow through that pretty quick. Dude, this is wild. That's so cool. Are these, how powerful are these motors? These feel like maybe 1,500?
Yes.
Yeah?
That's right. You're right.
Yeah, the acceleration on this thing, when you're in dual motor, that's just insane. I want a bigger test track.
Two-wheel drive this right now. One heel click, you got a boost.
So even faster?
Even faster.
Oh my goodness.
No, this, the fast, I mean, when you try to accelerate faster than usually.
Yeah?
Yeah, and take off fast.
All right, I gotta try it. I gotta give it a go. All right, so even faster now, as if last time wasn't fast enough. Yeah, I can feel it already. All right, we have to lean forward on here. Yeah. So yeah, dual 1,500 watt motors on this thing. And he was telling me, I wasn't recording it, so let me just tell you guys, I noticed it has this SDTC off. So when you have it like all the way up in race mode, two-wheel drive, it disables the traction control, but there's traction control at the lower levels, which is pretty crazy. All right, here we go. Yeah, so that basically instant acceleration. Oh, wow. I gotta get me one of these bad boys. Yeah, all right, all right. I mean, yeah, this is the motorcycle vibes for sure. I mean, check out this back tire on here. All right, so it's got the same, like the park mode.
Yeah,
Some off-road capability right there.
try to just. There we go. Ready to go.
Okay, good deal. All right, and it's got, looks like single speed on there. All right. Yep. All right. Well, yeah, we'll start it off in eco here. See what we can do. All right. Yes, this definitely feels like a motorcycle, way more than an e-bike. Have to really kind of lean into the turns. And honestly, I wish it had just foot pegs on here instead of the pedals, because this is an even smaller geometry than some of the mini bike style e-bikes. Let's take it out here so we can get going a little bit faster. All right, so yeah, even in eco, we can get up here to about 20 miles per hour. Let's I'm gonna try and look at some stuff here, maybe turn it up. Yeah, it's got I mean, yeah, so look at these tires. Like, these are these are motorcycle-y tires for sure. We got the huge, what is that, like a 225 millimeter brake rotors on here. Really awesome, just front design on here. I like this light. You can obviously tell it's a prototype, right? I mean, there's the, you know, these batteries are just kind of chunked in here. These look like big old car batteries. I mean, they're absolutely massive. And what do we got down here? You know, the drivetrain is pretty basic, super tiny chain ring, little you know, just a single sprocket in the back there. There's your giant hub motor. Let's try out the pedaling here, just to see how it is. I'm gonna start a little bit with the throttle. There you go. Yeah, you can pedal. I think saying this would turn on the, okay, yeah, so I hit this, now we got some pedal assist going. All right, I kind of stand corrected here. The pedaling actually feels pretty good on there. Okay, so you can get a shot just to see me on it. You know, for reference, I'm 6'3" tall, pretty big dude. Just riding more like a motorcycle, you know, kind of dirt bike style, feels pretty comfy. But once I, you know, get into the pedaling, and like I said, it's really responsive. Like, I'm surprised how good it feels, but as you can see my leg position here, this is not great. I wouldn't want to pedal this very far. I probably would not ever want to pedal it when I'm riding it if I have battery and I can use the throttle. And I mean, this thing's gotta be really heavy. So, you know, pedaling it without any any electric power, definitely be a serious workout. Okay, back on the chest cam. I was gonna see just, oh gosh, yeah, that's I mean, I bet that's 120 pounds. You know, they did say it's a prototype. You don't need both batteries. All right, let's kick it up here. Eco, sport, race mode. All right, we're going all the way. Serious get up and go. This thing flies. Man, I love that. It's really surprising to me that he said this is going to be a class 2 when they release it. 20 miles per hour. That seems like, I don't know, talk to him about it. Dude, this thing's got some serious move. Yep. You guys are really, you're gonna dial it back to class 2?
Yes. For safety.
Maybe you should have a dirt bike version, put some pegs on there. Like, it's well, it's very heavy. It's very heavy for a class 2 e-bike, let's say that. Look at that, we got a Go Kart. Maybe a little small for me, but that's never stopped me before. And it sounded pretty loud when I heard someone on it over there. So just have speakers?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there they are, yeah, all right. Nice. All right, let's give it a go. Barely fit. Do you know if I can turn the speaker off on it? Let's see, is it on the side here? Okay, yep. Top one, all right. Sweet. All right, we're going in silent mode. I can see why you'd want that on there just so people can hear you, but we're gonna give it a go here. All right, we are in race mode, and the acceleration on this is just wild. Here, we'll just gun it on the straightaway here. They're really hauls. Feels pretty stable too. The cornering is great. Straight away. Maybe we can take it around out here once just to see how fast we can get going. Oh man, yeah, this thing can really cruise. Really? Okay. Oh, baby. All right, we gotta try that out. Let's get back into the track here. See if we can do some drifting here with the e-brake. All right. Yeah. That's fun. All right, yeah, that's some good stuff. Kudos on the drifting Go Kart 2 Segway. That is a blast. I just need to make one in my size. Yeah, I was looking at that. Will you tell me about that?
Yeah, so we have it plugged up to an Xbox inside. If
Okay.
you're curious, and it's on Forza.
Mm-hmm.
So the gas and brake work in the game, steering.
Oh,
works,
all right. That's
Yeah.
super cool. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I was looking at that. Just like, you know, they got the full controls on there, so you can get the at least a lot of the experience just in your living room.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so they're letting me try. What's this called?
Oh, S2?
It's the S2? The S2, all right. So we're gonna see what we can do. I've never ridden one of these, but I've done, you know, EUCs and stuff. There it goes. All right. And we're off. Guess you guys can't really see me standing on it here, but you know, having both hands free is pretty awesome. Okay, switched it over to the old selfie stick. So yeah, check it out. So the kind of the center, I don't know, the little bar that comes up in the center, you pinch your legs together against that, and then that is how you steer. So you just kind of like lean your, you know, swivel your knees, lean your knees side to side, and that will turn the platform, right? So on an electric unicycle with one wheel, you know, obviously you just can kind of lean and turn on that one wheel, but so we have two wheels on here. That's not really going to do anything. So it's you got to steer with your knees. So it definitely takes some getting used to. The balancing is very easy. Like, it just, you know, standing on here feels pretty good. Let's try, maybe we can try going backwards. Woo, that feels weird just because it's leaning to counterbalance me. But yeah, not too bad. I would say these are pretty easy to ride since I was able to just kind of jump on here first, try and do it. Let's maybe try a little agility stuff here, kind of weave around some cones. It feels pretty good. So they've got a couple of versions here, and he told me this is the one that they're selling in the US. And you know, it feels, if you've ridden the traditional Segways that have, like, you know, the big standing column you hold on to and everything, it feels like the smaller, lighter version of that, you know, definitely a lot better for, I don't know, portability and just general use. Let's see if we can manage to get off here in one piece. And there you go. Get a little beep, just stands there by itself. Looks like this part can remove here, probably for, you know, good for storage. Yeah, so check this out. This one is their Fat Tire Adventure e-bike. Not completely dialed in for production, I don't think, but it's really close. I mean, look at this. This is really smooth and clean. Check out the rack back here. I mean, this thing is sturdy. I like the mounting style. It's a full suspension too. So it should be pretty smooth. So we're gonna jump on and try it out. If I remember, it's a 750 watt motor back there. Okay, yeah, check that out. So this comes up, and the seat will go up. All right. Oh, sunglasses are down. All right, that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool setup. I like that. Oh yeah, that's it's like just my size now. Now we're talking. All right, and we've got the throttle over here on the right. It is a class 2. We're gonna start off and just pedal. I'm in eco mode. There's a great torque sensor on here, guys. It feels real nice. And even in eco mode, we got quite a bit of get up and go to it. And it's a pretty stable feeling. Let's try out the no-handed. Yeah, pretty good. This, the geometry on this, I don't know, I'm trying to just think of what it feels like. It feels different than a lot of other, you know, similar fat tire e-bikes that I've ridden on. It, yeah, let's just pull it over here so we can kind of look at the geometry and see. The handlebar is, you know, quite a little bit forward of the steering column, which feels nice for me. You know, I've got pretty long arms. It's just, oh, this is such a beautiful bike. Really clean job with the electronics integration for the most part. A little messy on the side here, but you know, I'm sure that they'll get that dialed in. Very bright headlight here. I'm gonna angle that down a little bit more maybe. Great positioning on the headlight, nice and high up on the handlebars there. Really good, tasteful branding. No striping on the sidewalls, but you know, it's prototype. And these are not actually fat tires. You know, these are, you know what, 3 inches, maybe a little bit more. Let's see, 26 by 3.0. Yeah, so, you know, it's in the neighborhood of fat tires, but these are going to be a lot more nimble and lightweight than the full 4-inch fat tires. I like this a lot. I think this would make this a better of a, you know, off-road adventure bike. Being a little bit more nimble like that. Really nice battery integration on here. Just huge down tube. Give it some nice strong strong frame on there. Let's kick up the speed a bit here. Plus sport, race. I worry this display would not be bright enough in in bright daylight. You know, we're kind of overcast here. Oops, I think I just turned it off. Let's turn it back on. Okay, we're in park, eco, sport, race mode. Got the same kind of, you know, it's got the horn. Oh. Well, it's a kind of weird sounding horn. They're probably gonna change that. Got the blinkers on here as well. I don't think the blinkers actually do anything yet. You know, probably will at some point. All right, let's see here. We're in race mode. I'm gonna try out the throttle, see what we can do. Oh yeah, it moves pretty good. I can actually hear the motor now. You know, riding with pedal assist, especially down in the eco, it's pretty quiet. But you know, up here in race mode, this thing really takes off. Yeah, it zooms. I got 20 miles per hour there. That's really about all that I can do on this course. It's not really, you know, not really big enough to do much more. All right, let's try the pedal assist here. Yeah, it feels really good, really responsive. It's got if you really lean into the pedals there, then it's got a lot of get up and go to it for sure. So yeah, really a nice dialed in experience here. The suspension feels good. Oh hey, that's kind of cool with the lights. So even if the headlight's off, they still have that little light on the top there. Good little safety touch. Got a light in the back on the rack. Yeah, this thing is really fun. I can see this doing really well, especially having those smaller tires, just a little bit more nimble. I really like the geometry. It's a really nice cockpit on here. Good seating position. Like, this is some solid stuff, you know. This is definitely what I would expect from Segway. What drivetrain are we walking on here? We got the Altis, some pretty decent stuff here. We got a high quality cassette back here too. It's probably like the 12 to 32 tooth. Pretty decent pedaling range. You know, that's a good complement to having that powerful motor. Alrighty friends, that is the end of the road for these videos. There's so much micromobility stuff here that I haven't even gotten to see yet, but I am out of time, got to get to the airport. So thanks for coming along and watching these videos. And if you got questions about any of the stuff that I covered in here, holler at me in the comment section so I can get back to you. Alright guys, wishing everyone a happy 2024. Catch you in the next video.